Good evening, traders. Jeff here with another daily rundown. Just want to spend maybe 10 minutes looking at today's trades. Now, just zooming out, we're looking at the daily chart. We teach traders to do a top-down analysis and think about context before you even think about taking a trade. So what happened yesterday? We had this big spike up to 1.2. A little bit unexpected, but it ran into this daily supply, filled these two daily FVGs, and had a big rejection off. So this automatically gives me a short bias due to this kind of pin bar and takeout of this daily high. Okay, so liquidity rated into daily supply, rejection. So I'm primarily looking at shorts today. So that's what the context was. If we go into the mentorship room and just scroll back at what we're looking at in the morning. Today. Please bear with me. Okay. Alright, so today 6:50 a.m. I'm watching 1.19 for a short. Be aware of the CPI at 7 a.m. Okay, we'll go into the 5-minute chart. And based on that, I actually took a little buy pre-news. We'll go into replay mode at, let's say, 620. Okay. So I have this kind of ranging setup trend line. It's just been slightly broken. And I'm thinking we're gonna go up and kind of test this area. Yesterday's New York high on the CPI news, and because my bias is short after this rejection, I'm looking for a short trade from there. So we'll let it play out on the 1 minute. The 3 times. Okay, so I took my buy up to 1.19 at 7 o'clock. Just before, about 6:58. Boom. So I buy and I end up closing my buys around here and automatically shorted at what I said, which was 1.19 or 1.1905, between that kind of area, and that's what we got, rejection of 1.19. So I shorted, and of course I overheld. Well, let's play out a little bit slower. Now I actually wanted the weekly POC, and it ended up running up. So I'm short from 1.19. We've made notionally 50 pips, and I let this one run back to break even shamefully. So yeah, I got chastised for that. But we did have the buy banked, so I didn't really see this as demand. You know, it didn't really break any major structure, so is what it is. Let it play out a bit faster. What I really want to show is the main short of the day. And you can see we created these equal highs. And I call this the London high, intersession London high. So we have equal highs here. So I'm seeing this as a liquidity target above here. And I'm thinking, okay, we have a key level. We're ranging. Well, currently distributing really. And my eyes are on a short on this M15 FVG. It seems like the nearest area to short. The other one was around yearly S3. There's kind of M15 demand and a volume cluster up here. But if I saw confirmation in this trading level above the London highs, if we come above, which we did, then I'm looking for a short. Okay, so let's see what happens. And this occurred at about 10 o'clock UK time. So just rangy. You probably could have found a long here, a buy if you wanted, but I was kind of short biased, looking for the short. Okay. And then we run into this M15 FVG, big liquidity grab. And if we bring the dollar over as well, I'll just show this very briefly. Don't know what happened there. Dollar does this break below equal lows and runs into this M15 FVG. So we have kind of a double confirmation. Equal lows, run into an M15 FVG, and then we start trending up. So that gives me extra confluence for the short. Zoom in a bit. So you got to be very focused here. What we had was a 0.14 on the footprint, so this represents structure, and a break of that would give confirmation 2 for a short. Now you can do this two ways. You can either aggressively enter when this breaks, or you can wait for the break and retest for a more conservative entry. But there's several ways to play it. I did it aggressively, so we'll just see how it plays out. Okay, 0.14 bounces, breaks, so I'm in here. Retests. Okay, so you see it supports initially, and then I enter a little early actually because I'm anticipating the break, so I kind of, that's a bit of FOMO, I guess. I entered just before it broke, to be honest with you. But the conservative entry would have been the break and retest. That would have been a break of market structure, represented by the 0.14, and a retest. So that would have been like the safe, the kind of real CT entry. I just took it aggressively on the anticipated break. Okay. So that's setup 1, i.e. break of key level, London intrasession. Break of market structure, retest. And you've always got to have your eyes on the footprint imbalances, any zero side imbalance with the other side above 12-ish is structure of some kind. Okay, so break, retest. And then we're in short. Now, what are we doing for target? Actually, this was quite interesting because we had another retest. By this time, I'm a bit worried that it's gonna hit my break even and go up to this other level. So I end up drawing a little fib because sometimes it'll come back and retest, say, the 79 or 70.5 level, and that's exactly what it did. I think Barney Boy maybe got in here. If you go back in the chat, I think one of our other members got it. It kind of retested again this level, and it had confluence with this kind of 70.5 level. So I'm still in short. Now target wise, first thought was Asia low. Second thought was the weekly point of control. That's actually what I was targeting. Now let's forget about this trend line for now. So there we're in short. I did post some evidence of this somewhere and I pasted it, but I can't find it. Well, I showed it in the chat, so if you go in the chat, I showed it the exact entry on the client account. And there we go, all the way down. Now, we ended up bouncing on this structure level a little bit, kind of messing around. It will try and shake out traders here. Maybe people have their stops here, for example. Bit of a stop hunt there. I'm not trailing my stops at this point. I just have them at break-even point. And there we go. We get an M5 downtrend. I forecasted the dollar would go up to yesterday's New York high because it just raided liquidity the day before. And I think this is where I ended up closing around this kind of level. If you go into the chat, I show evidence that I took that on a client account. We didn't get to the weekly POC today. What ended up happening is, yeah, took profit around here. We ended up bouncing off the Asia low. Not really raiding it. So, you know, by 4 p.m. I want to be out of all trades, and we end up, you know, coming back up to the daily open. So that's it, just a quick breakdown. If we zoom out and think about what's happening here. We can view this as a distribution range, you know, in the style of Wyckoff. And what I forecast will happen tomorrow or Friday. We're gonna get some kind of move down to this level at least. Okay, daily FVG. And possibly fill this fair value gap as well. Might get a move down to 114. That is very, very possible. Some kind of move like this. Okay, so that's what I'm looking for. I'm still looking for shorts. We might range a bit more tomorrow, but if we can, I'm gonna try and trade the extremes and get in short, and possibly a 200 or 300 pip move down. Okay, so that's it, and